What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Baldman Reacts. 2,000 subscribers. It happened. I'm so incredibly thankful to all of you for making this possible. To hit a number that when I first started the channel, I never envisioned would ever occur. So I truly appreciate it. And a thank you to all the new subs that are joining every day. I truly appreciate you guys being here and supporting the channel. So, I thought that to celebrate 2,000 subs, we would do 20 of my favorite requests. We're going to revisit 20 tracks that were requested by people on the channel that I've loved, that I continue to go back to, that have made an impact on me, and made an impact on the channel in growth as well. And I'm looking forward to it. I do reserve the right to slip in a bonus track here and there, and I will. Like I'm slipping in one today on the first 5. I was going to do it 20-1, but then I realized I'm just going to take 20 of my favorite tracks and I'm going to break them up into playlists of 5 or possibly 6. So that way they flow together really well. And it's not just a list of sheer bludgeoning or something that's just a whole lot slower. So this list starts out with Crystal Lake and the track Apollo. These guys are killer Japanese metalcore. I need to get back to them. It's been too long. I have not touched on them. I really enjoyed this track the first time I heard it. Originally, this was requested by Shane and his son. We're going to get back to it right now. This is Crystal Lake. The track is Apollo. And here we go. I like these ambient opening tones here. Really like their clean tones guitar-wise. Great tonal choices. Really like the video and the visuals. Really powerful, down-tuned, heavy riffing. Blurs that line between metalcore and gent. That really quick double bass, big heavy grooves. There's really phenomenal atmospheric guitar lines. Love that slipping that blast beat. Just go to work. Dude has got a phenomenal set of vocals. They shift that drum pattern up a little bit to give you a different vibe. Break out of these incredible atmospherics. This chorus is infectious. You've got that melodic guitar line riding with the vocal. Big, heavy riffs. You can hear the influences, but the sound is distinctly Crystal Lake. This shift here. Really cool vocal effects, cool guitar effects. The track is so dynamic. I'm not normally a fan of like auto-tune like treatments, but I really do like the pitch correction usage here. I think it adds a really nice texture. And it's such a great chorus. I love when they drop into the breakdown here, it's not a typical breakdown. There's stuff going on. It's heavy. There's a bunch of really cool textures going on. They give you so much for your ears to take in. This is honestly not a track you can digest in one listen, and I've always loved that about this track. These clean passages here, they shift your mood and they suck you in. I'm not a huge fan of rap, but he does a great job utilizing it here as a coloring. Big pick screams shifting back into this heavy, plodding riff. Vocally, he exudes that presence, that power, that confidence you want in a frontman. He conveys that conviction. After I did this track in early January, I couldn't get that falling down vocal out of my head for like an hour. It's easy to hook into. Really strong, simple lead lines. Changes, bringing those cleans in. There's so much going on, but they blend it together seamlessly, and I love it. It takes a lot of skill as a writer, a composer, and even an engineer to make all this going on work and make it sound cohesive and seamless, and they do a phenomenal job with it. And the video itself, the visuals are outstanding. I love the locations they chose for this. All right. That was Crystal Lake. The track was Apollo. That one originally was requested by Shane and his son. And it's just as awesome and just as powerful as when I first heard it. And I think it's an amazing track. Really, truly enjoy it. But there's so much going on. You know, they've got those big, heavy, plodding riff sections that you expect. They're down-tuned low, using those extended range guitars, and you just feel that chunky, heavy groove. There's some points where they pick up into some phenomenal tempos, really great double bass work, really tasteful blasting at points. And I gotta be honest, it's difficult to make a blast beat seem tasteful because they're just straight up in your face and driving. The ambient textures and the atmospheric textures they layer throughout this track are really well done. They're really inspired. They do a great job of pacing throughout the song. They take you to these moments and they hit you like a friggin' sledgehammer with just this nasty oral assault. And then they go into another passage and they build another moment and they beat you in the head with that sledgehammer again. It's a really well-written track, and I want to do more of them. I keep forgetting about them. It's been a while since I've had requests for them, so I'm not sure what I should check out. So, still got any Crystal Lake fans out there, please let me know what else I should do, because I really do want to get more of these guys on the channel. They're a really phenomenal band, and I truly enjoy them. The next track, one that made me incredibly happy the first time I saw it. We're actually going to do a live this time. Versailles, Ascended Master, doing this one from Nippon Budokan. And this one came from Blazer Stuntai. And well, I love Versailles. You know, I think they're just an incredibly talented bunch of guys. And it just has that bombastic, symphonic power metal really mixed with virtuoso shredding. You get a lot of the Yngwie and the Paul Gilbert influences in both guitar players' styles, and I just love what they do. And I enjoy the vampire thematics. I think it's done incredibly well. I think their vocalist Cameo does some phenomenal stuff. And some people don't like that, but personally, I think it's great, and I think they do it really well. I think it fits with what they're about. It's nice and bombastic. So, Versailles Ascended Master Nippon Budokan, originally requested by Blazers Sentai. And here we go. Yeah. A lot of you guys said I should do this one live, so we're doing it live. Already with those very Yngwie inspired licks. I'm not gonna lie, Cameo certainly looks a little bit like Cloud from Final Fantasy VII. Maybe Sephiroth. I love the exaggerated and dramatic gestures they all do. It's just that easygoing power metal groove in the drums that just adds a framework for what the guitar players do and what their vocalist does. Absolutely phenomenal guitar work. I love that shift. The orchestration kicks in. More of these bombastic vocals. Great dramatic movement here. Nice bass runs by their bass player. It is interesting how their bass player just kind of reminds me of Judas Priest's bass player. He just sits in front of his amp and goes to work. This big shift, these big bombastic orchestral elements. Zaki unleashing his ridiculous guitar mastery. Great vibrato, really great sense of when he wants to employ different techniques. Very technical player, as well as their player here. I mean, these are both top-rate guitarists. Another bit of Yngwie there. Love the trading. Phenomenal dual harmonies here. This melodic lead work is inspired. He's just got such a great voice, and that he knows how to use it and is able to embellish and accent certain phrases really, really well. Another great shift. Reminds me a bit of speed metal symphony cacophony, just with the interplay between Marty and Jason. Which isn't surprising considering both Marty Friedman and Jason Becker are highly revered in Japan. Stepping out with that beautiful piano. Oh, yeah. That's the stuff. That was a Versailles in the track Undead Master, requested back in December, if I'm not mistaken, by Blazer Sentai. Going back a couple of months. I love the track. I love the band. You know, I've done several tracks from them on the channel now. And I love the bombast. I love the excess. I love the technical ability of the band and the ability to write really strong, enjoyable tracks that pull their influences from symphonic metal and orchestra and classical and neoclassical shredders like Jason Becker and Marty Friedman and Yngwie and Paul Gilbert and those guys, and just combine it together in this soundscape that talks about vampires and this visual key or visual K atmosphere and aesthetic, and they do a great job with their brand. I'm really impressed. And you know, some people focus on the looks with those guys a lot. I don't care. I think they do a great job with the costuming. I like the costuming, but they're an amazing band. And you put on the record and you're not going to be able to tell what they look like. You're just going to be basing it off of sound, and they just sound great. And then their songs are incredibly enjoyable to listen to. So that was another one of my top 20 tracks that I just truly enjoy, and I don't get back to as much as I want to. The next one comes from my buddy Sick Was Hell, a long-time subscriber as well. This one was also done back in December from the band, or this is a project, Shrezzers, which used to be Shredding Braziers, and the track Delight. I was delightfully surprised by just how good I thought this track was, and a lot of the elements that they fused together in it. So, without further from me, let's get into it. The band is Shrezzers, the track is Delight, and here we go. It's an interesting video. I really like the vocalist's falsetto here. You're either going to like him or you're not. Got these great metalcore riffs, really strong drumming. Drummer's incredibly flashy. Phenomenal guitar work. That shift, heavier vocals, nice gated tone. The vocal contrast really strong. And how can you not love gated, heavy riffing with saxophone? It's just that sexy. Not enough bands these days have the balls to put saxophones in metal. like that little bit of vibrato he tosses into his falsetto. This drop here is really nice. Really nice guitar work. The vocals are really well done here. The lead work is so tasteful between both players. To me, this is just absolute ear candy. There's great little licks they toss in here and there. Awesome little bass fill. Guitar harmonies, lock it in with the sax is just awesome. All the harmonies together are just awesome. That is happy metal at its finest. That is Shrezzers and the track Delight. And it was a delight to listen to the first time. It's been a delight to listen to every subsequent time I have listened to it. And I've listened to that one several times over the past few months. Not even gonna lie there. That originally came from my buddy Sickless Hell, long-time subscriber here on the channel. And still a track that I just enjoy. When I need enjoyable, happy metal with some really cool stuff going on, this is a go-to track for me. The gated guitar tones, which you're hearing a lot in metalcore, and of course their guitar player Choco Slayic does a lot of metalcore and gent covers. Really phenomenally talented guitar player. The guest guitar player playing the Black JP Music Man is also a really talented player. And the tone is really strong, and then you have saxophone going over that, and their vocalist with a really silky falsetto he has. Now the drummer has a nice aggressive that counteracts, and did some really good counterpoint stuff going on between the two of them. It's just a fun, enjoyable, happy track. The video is interesting. I mean, you can't complain with a rather attractive Russian model walking around and not much. The donut eating was probably the best part of that video, though. It's really well executed all the way around. The video, the music, it's very well mixed. It's professionally done, and it's a track that I continue to go back to when I just want really enjoyable happy metal. The next track comes from a combination of my buddies Muck and Nick. Again, two long-time subscribers. We're going back in some of the first 100 videos I've done here. Dust in Mind, I'm Different. I love Lacuna Coil, especially early Lacuna Coil. And this reminds me a lot of that. And I think it's a great track. I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do. And I think the message itself is in the song lyrically is very powerful as well. So, that said, the band is Dust in Mind. The track is I'm Different. And here we begin. I like that strong tapped opening here. This is a track that I go back to a lot. And that's part of the criteria is what are tracks that I go back and listen to frequently. You get some of those new metal elements here. Definitely a bit of that dissonant guitar work. It almost reminds you of Korn. I do love that their guitar player here hams it up throughout the entire video. The award for best overacting in a music video goes to certainly hear that Korn influence here. This chorus is so hard to get out of your head. Strong drum work, strong riffs, good backing vocals there. Growl certainly accent, provide that good strong male-female dynamic. I think her accent in English actually makes me enjoy this even more. Just such a comfortable chorus and such a good groove drum-wise. Certainly get that Korn and that Machine Head here with this break. He even looks like Rob Flynn. I love how they bring it back to that hook. It's just hard not to feel good listening to a track talking about being against bullying. First time I saw this video, the Dust Ninjas almost got to me. That melodic guitar line back there is so good, but when they add these kids in at the end of it, it's no goddamn it. You're just pulling at the heartstrings on this one. We're going to write this great song about anti-bullying, and we're going to finish it up walking out of the school with a bunch of kids in unity. Bastards. That's, like, you're just trying to get the Dust Ninjas out of me. That was I'm Different by Dust in Mind, and I love that track. I really do. It's one that I go back to a lot. along with their Korn cover for A Lullaby for a Sadist. But you know, we got a lot of metalheads here, a lot of fans who listen to stuff that's not accepted in the norm. So we've all probably experienced bullying of some kind in some form. I certainly have. I can't tell you how many fights I got into growing up before I joined the military. And that didn't even stop at first when I joined the Army. Having to grow thick skin was part of joining up. Having to grow thick skin, being a metalhead, or listening to J-rock or J-music, and getting trash talk because why do you listen to that? That's stupid. And all the other junk that people say, trying to talk down on you because you don't listen to the same cookie cutter garbage that they think is good, but they're being sold by mainstream media. So, the lyrics certainly speak to me there, and they should speak to most of you guys because I know there's probably not a single person who's subscribed to this channel that hasn't felt that kind of alienation, bullying at some point in their lives. And personally, I think it's BS. I'm really happy that there's so many great people here on the channel, and we don't have that problem that a lot of reaction channels do, where the environment's not toxic. And I do my best to keep an eye on things so it doesn't happen, because I don't want that kind of garbage here. It's not what we're about. And this track really speaks to that. Musically, I love the track. It's got that Korn influence. It's got that Lacuna Coil influence. The grooves are strong. They're catchy. They're infectious. They're accessible. The chorus has a massive hook. The heavier points are bookended by very accessible hooks again. So even the heavy moments are kind of balanced out. Love that tap phrase in the opening that they close out with as well. Overall, it's just a strong, heavy track with that nice bit of crunchy and sugary sweet chorus hooks and nougat. And it's one that I listen to quite frequently. The next track, and actually the last of the 5 that were requested before we get into the bonus, which I think people need to hear, is Black Crown Initiate, the track Selves, We Cannot Forgive. This was originally requested by Mick. I also want to say sometime back in December, and this to me is a masterpiece of modern progressive death metal. There's so many great things going on in this track. It's got a very dystopian, futuristic feel to it as well, or post-apocalyptic futuristic feel. And I think the guys in the band are masters at what they're doing, and I really, really enjoy what they're coming up with. So, the next track is Black Crown Initiate. The track is Selves, We Cannot Forgive. And here we go. They do such great things with jazz fusion. Beautiful, clean tones, beautiful piano work here. The imagery really fits so well with the music. That counterpoint against the piano is really, really nice. Big drum fills. Their vocalist has an incredible clean range. He's got incredible vocals, period. get this great jazz fusion passage here. You can hear the training in the bass player and the drummer. Really can. Phenomenal fills, great feel. That clean vocal stepping into this heavy, deep, aggressive bark. Love how clear his aggressives are. Step into this incredible acoustic. Living as the selves we cannot phenomenal vocal layering. Leaving for the selves we cannot forgive. Get an almost Opeth-like feel from this solo. And this very jazzy 70s feeling licks. Drum work is just incredible. Got this heavy, pummeling riff and vocal line here with these incredible accents. That one gives me chills. I don't get chills from progressive death metal tracks a lot. But that is an absolute monster of a track. That was a Black Crown Initiate in the track Selves We Cannot Forgive. And that was originally requested by my buddy Mick. And I still love that track. It hits on so many things that I enjoy when I'm listening to my metal. It's heavy. It's got dynamics. It's got incredible tempo changes and shifts and atmospherics and moods. The clean passages are beautiful. It's just a sparse contrast between the aggressive nastiness of that pummeling progressive death metal riffage and then these beautiful clean and acoustics and piano layering and some really nice clean electric stuff going on, these incredible clean vocals and these distinct heavier, lower, just pummeling aggressives. They're a band that I truly recommend to anybody who's a fan of progressive death metal because what they're doing right now is just leagues beyond a lot of bands out there. You know, they've got a phenomenal cast in that band, to include the mighty Wes Hotch, also on guitar. And just, I love it. I haven't heard a track by them I haven't enjoyed. And now that they've got a couple of records under their belt, and they've built a following, the mixing is so much better. Like, the mix on this track was stellar. Really, really enjoyed it. That was the last of the 5, ladies and gentlemen. And we're getting into one that I just had to put on here. It's a band that I found right as I started the channel by doing my daily run through the metal news / gossip site, blabbermouth.net. The much lauded / much maligned Blabbermouth. Band called Alien Weaponry. They are from New Zealand. They are teenagers. I want to say they're 16 and 17 right now. They just recorded their debut record, which I think is coming out on Napalm in a couple of months. But this is one of their original tracks. And they do it in Te Reo, or the Maori tongue. And they sing about events in their past and events that have affected the Maori culture. And it is just awesome stuff. I'm gonna hit closed captioning for this to make sure that you do get the English lyrics. And if you watch it on your own, you can hit closed captioning to make sure you get the translations as well. It's a beast. It's a beast of newer school stripped thrash, and it really reminds me a lot of if Sepultura were teenage kids from New Zealand. So let's get into it. The band is Alien Weaponry. That track, let's hope I don't screw this up again, is Ru Ana Fauna. I probably screwed that up, and I do apologize. I know some of you in the original video explained it to me, but I just can't get it yet. But I'll try. I'll keep trying. Here we go. Oh yeah. Thundering bass work, really strong riffage, strong, well-mixed drums here. Certainly get that Sepultura, a little bit of Lamb of God. Just such strong riffs, and the language works so well with what they're doing. This groove is so nasty, just makes you want to move your head. I like that additional guitar going on back there, adding that counterpoint. love his vocal here. Just heavy and nasty. It's a great shift here. Really builds your mood. Love how big that snare sounds, how big those cymbals sound, how big that hi-hat sounds. Gives you chills up your neck. Those hairs stand up. You get angry. I love that line there. Unleash death. They just kick you into this nastiness. Honestly, not sure they needed to go back into this riff. That's my only complaint about this track. Either way, this just kicks your ass. Yeah, that was Alien Weaponry. That track was real Rao Ana Te Funa. I know I screwed that up a little bit, but still not natural to my tongue. Either way, it's a nasty, nasty slab of thrash from a group of kids, or not kids, but teenagers that are still not old enough to buy beer in the United States. And these guys aren't even 18. I don't want to say they wrote this track when they were 14 and 15 or 15 and 16 respectively. And it is heavy. It is thrashy. It's got some great spots to it, and it builds and it kicks your butt. I think using Te Reo as a language, Maori tongue, and putting that into metal is something that I've said, man, I wish somebody would do that for years. And buddies and I have talked about it. You already have that rhythmic delivery and the hakas and the war cries, and they really could work in a metal environment, and they're so powerful and they have so much meaning. And then I heard Alien Weaponry, and they're doing it masterfully. The other track that I would consider doing, because they're both really good, is Rapatu, but this one is fantastic, and I think it probably outshines the other. But it's just, they make a lot of noise for three dudes, huh? It's heavy, it has a strong meaning, and it's telling a story. It's part of their heritage. and they're able to do it in such a phenomenal way. And this language deserves to be heard in metal. It's nice to hear bands taking a chance and taking a risk and having it pay off. I've heard some of their English stuff, and their English speaking stuff is good. But this makes the hackle stand up on the back of my neck. One commenter on the original video, he was in his 70s, and my friend, I tell you what, I hope I am still going to shows and banging my head in my 70s. You, sir, are an inspiration. Said when he first heard them do it, they'd seen him before, but he first heard them do it in Tel Rio, that the hair stood up on his neck, and he was just like, they were good before, but now he thinks that this is brilliant. And I certainly agree with him. I know there's some controversy over what people think about them using the language. My hat goes off. I think what they're doing is outstanding, and I think it needs to be done. It's just an outstanding take on metal, and it's something we need to hear. And with 5 amazing tracks already on the video, I felt like I wanted to add this because that was one of the first videos I've done, and actually still has it has almost 4,000 views. But it was one of my older videos, so a lot of the subs haven't had a chance to see it, and figured we packaged that along with 5 amazing requests that I still go back to. So, if you like the bands, you want me to feature more of those bands on this channel, please let me know. I certainly want to do some more Crystal Lake. It's the one I don't have a whole lot of requests for. Let me know. Give me some ideas. Thank you so much for making 2,000 subs possible. I truly, truly appreciate it. I know I don't get to requests as quickly sometimes, and I do apologize about that. I know sometimes people think that I'm playing favorites, and I'm not. But if I see something, if somebody specifically says, hey, this is really personal, I try to get to those pretty quick. Because you never know what's going on with that person in their life. And certainly when a band contacts me, they go to the top of the list, because I want to make sure that the bands are getting promoted as they should. And especially because a lot of times it'll be, hey, we just released this video not too long ago. We've got a new album we're trying to support. And I want to be part of that promotion. But I do make mistakes. I'm certainly not perfect. And I do apologize if you feel like I'm specifically not getting to you. It's not my intention. I promise. There's so many requests, and I only have so many hours in a day. So, all that said, thank you so much. I'm gonna do 3 more of these with at least 5 videos each. I might throw in a wild card on every video, and it might wind up being 24. Let me know what you thought of the concept. Let me know what you enjoyed, what you didn't. It's so nice to get back to these for you all, because they've all made such an impact on me or on the channel. I love you guys. I truly appreciate it. Thank you to all my law enforcement, military veterans, and first responders for what you do every single day. I love you. I appreciate you. As always, you have been awesome. I have been Baldman. I will see you in the next one. Be excellent to each other and keep headbanging.